Welcome to Bandit Sunset Crafts. I'm Lena. Thank you for joining me. Oh, and Mac. He's in here today saying hi for the introduction. He's giving you that cute look, saying pet me please. You want to help introduce? Yeah? Tell them to like and subscribe so they can catch our videos. Yeah? Or they can go to banditsunsetcrafts.com and they can see any of my blogs there as well. Right? What do you think, Mac? Yeah? Yep. You gotta join me and Mac and Una there. Well, today we're gonna talk about Mac, who just wants tons and tons of attention here. But I was also going to show off some yarns that I love. Some of my favorites. This one's great for winter. It is nice, warm, fluffy, terry cloth kind of texture, almost fleece texture. And I've made a lot of different things with it. I've made a hat. I've made a cowl, fingerless gloves, shawls, a cape, and even a bear hat and a dog hat. I've had a lot of fun using this yarn. And it's extra versatile. Let me see if Mac will go. You gonna let me show everybody? Maybe. Maybe you'll get more Mac. Never know. So, this one is Bernat Pipsqueak. It's 100% polyester. And you can see how it's a real like soft, fuzzy texture. Yep, you're gonna get Mac in this one. And that's one of my favorite things about it. Eunice protecting her toy. That's what the little whining is in the sidelines. If you can hear that, you can figure out what's going on. So this one is a 3.5 ounce skein. It's 101 yards. It's probably around $4.99, $5 range. It really makes a nice soft terry cloth. I have made a full hat out of it for an adult. That takes 1 skein. So if you want to make a hat and a cowl, it'll take 2 skeins of the 3.5 grams. This color's chocolate. It also comes in a light blue. There's whitey white. A beautiful grape color that's nice and purple. Baby pinks. I think there's a mint green, and there are also some swirl colors that are mixed colors, and they're all very pretty. They're all very soft. They all have the same texture. And when I knit with this, I use 10s or 11s. So that's the needle that you would use. Oh, they say 9s, but I tend to knit on 10s or 11s. It makes it a little looser, a little more drapier. It's also a bulky weight yarn, so it's gonna knit up really fast. A lot of people will complain that they can't see the stitch definition. So I'll show you this work. So this is the stripes version, and it is kind of hard to see the stitches, but also that's always a complaint with any of the textured yarn. They're all take some getting used to. I personally have knitted about 3 bear hats, 4 cowls, fingerless gloves, a shawl, and a cape. as well as a jacket out of it. And I can tell you, I've gotten used to it and I love working with it. And I've worked in a variety of different colors. Oh, and 2 baby blankets. And I really do enjoy working with it. It does take a lot more if you're gonna make a bigger blanket. Like, I think my cape took about 5 or 6 of these. And then there's also a larger size. It only comes in certain colors. I know whitey white. I think the chocolate, the blue, and there's a couple other colors come in an 8.5 ounce skein. That one's would be almost double, so it's 200 and some yards. I don't have the exact yardage with me, but it's going to be double the size of this. And it is about $7.99 for the bigger skein. And that one's going to go twice as far as this one, because it's 8.5 ounces instead of the 3.5 ounces. And also, they have Bernat Pipsqueak Stripes with Yarninspirations. This knits up exactly the same as the regular Pipsqueak. It has the same texture and softness as Pipsqueak. It's amazing for making any soft, fluffy, textured items that you want to make. You'll have to just adjust based on what size you buy to how many balls you'll need. But it's absolutely amazing. 2 of these will make a really good size baby blanket. And one of these, you can make a lot out of even one of these. My example here with that I'm gonna show is 1 full skein of Bernat Pipsqueak Stripes. This color is Boxcar. They're all 100% polyester. Sorry. This one is 9.8 ounces and it is around about $6.99, I think. Depends on where you buy it. I also have Dreamboat, which is a purple and a pink. There is a variety of different colors. You can get a pink mixture that has blue, greens, and whites. You can also get one with pinks and purples. And then there's this one that's blues, greens, purples. There's an orange, yellow, and blue mixture that's really pretty. I think all of these colors are really pretty, but there's a whole ton of them. And so I will show you the project that I made. This one is for a friend who's having a baby middle of May, and I've known about the baby for a while. So I first started knitting and I wanted to I made mine out of Playground color. And so here's the Playground colors. You can see the mint greens, the pinks, the whites. And so this yarn caught my attention. I was originally going to knit a baby blanket and I had used, I think 10.5 knitting needles. And I think I was just knitting tighter than what I'm used to because I'm usually a pretty loose knitter. And you can see it's really thick and fluffy. You can't even see through it. Usually I'm much more looser knitting. So this one, when I was making the blanket, I got about 80% through the skein. I was almost done. And then I realized I would need to go out and buy a whole full skein of yarn to make a bigger baby blanket that I had in mind. They didn't have my color in stock. So I decided to use what I had on hand, and I went back and I pulled out 3.5 inches of my blanket. And I had come across the Velveteen Bunny Blanket Buddy, which is knitted corner to corner, and then you add the rabbit. And I was knitting bottom to top, so mine was a rectangle. So I didn't know how that was going to work. So I was looking at a bunch of Blanket Buddy ideas online to get an idea if anybody had done it, where it's bottom to top, and then just attach the rabbit, which in this case is what I attached. I made a rabbit because Easter's coming up. The baby's gonna be born right after Easter, and if that baby comes a little early, it may be really close to Easter and spring. So I wanted some Easter spring colors. And so I pulled out those 3.5 inches, and I just decided to wing it because I didn't have any similar patterns on how to make a blanket or a bunny head on it. And you saw the other Blanket Buddy. It is literally maybe 6 inches to 8 inches long. And I had 18 inches for the full length. And I was like, that bunny rabbit head's gonna be way too small. So what I did is it took several tries. So first I'd start with the arms here, because you can tell I have the arms on this guy. And I knitted up to where I wanted to put the arms. And then I had to practice to make the arms so they look like they at least fit the blanket, but they weren't too big and weren't like a choking hazard for the baby or anything like that. So then I made the arms and I tied a little knot on the end. That way the baby can chew on it. And that way it makes it look more like a little fist and a little hand. I also I took a piece of yarn that I had, and I made a little bunny tail by just tying it around a little clump of the bottom of the blanket so I could make a little rabbit tail on the bottom. And then it took me 3 tries to get my bunny rabbit head to look the way I wanted. So then I added my bunny rabbit head and its little ears. And so I did that part in the round. I had to cast on stitches and I just did it in the round until I had the right shape. And then I added my little ears. And I really love the way this came out. I think it is so cute. And I can't wait for to see my friends' reaction, because I think they'll feel the same way. I did send a picture because she knew I was working on it. And I was also getting advice on what they would use most. Would they use a receiving blanket size? Or would they use a blanket with a stuffed toy? Which one would they prefer? And she actually said, I would like the Blanket Buddy instead. So that's what we have. And so here's my little Blanket Buddy and she is like the Easter bunny blanket for my friend's baby coming up. And it's incredibly cute. I had a lot of fun making it. And I even had a lot of fun just testing it out to see if it would work and trying out different things, because I had to cast on the arms like twice before I got them to look the way I wanted, because the first time I put it on, I had them really, really long. And I was looking at it, I'm like, that could be a problem. So then I had to take out that 1.5 inches and go back and start again. I did it 3 times just to get the arms the way I wanted it. I had to do the blanket head, I think 3 times to get the right shape, because the first time I did it, it was this teeny tiny little thing. And so then I added some more stitches and I didn't have enough, so I had to do it again. And then when I got to the top, I was knitting in the round and I had to figure out, how do you add the ears when you're knitting in the round? Is it possible to knit them? Just cast on stitches and knit the ears, or do I have to like knit them separately? So I had to try that out 2 or 3 times to get it just the way I wanted it. But I'm really happy, and I'm really excited for my friend's reaction. It's going to her sometime next week, so she'll get to see it and take it home for the little one who's coming in mid-April. But I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what I was up to, because I had so much fun making this. And I am going to make it again. And I'm thinking about also making a pattern, and that way I could post that and you could maybe go get the pattern on Ravelry. So coming up with ideas, and I had a lot of fun making this. And I just love the colors. It makes the perfect Easter gift for a little baby around this time. And I just had fun trying it out. I did not mind ripping it out as many times as I did, because I was just having fun experimenting and trying something new. And I knew that it would be, this is what I imagined it to look like. And I really loved what I had in mind. So, and it turned out exactly what I wanted when I was done. So I had a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the process. So I hope you do too. That'll be it for today. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.